Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Morgana here. Okay, thanks for coming in and joining us for the fifth webinar on this profiling. So we were allowing a few participants to come in. As they are coming in, we shall start because those who came at 8 p.m. sharp, everyone is here. So we shall not wait, and we are still receiving message from the crowd saying that they are coming in. Okay, so let them have their own timing, and we already have our main speakers here for today. Right. Thanks for those who have joined us today. Thank you so much. I would take this opportunity to thank everyone, each of everyone, for joining our webinar today. Pavana here, I would like to invite our first speaker, who is known as Master G, and he is actually a very fantastic man, and his full name is Ganesh Kumar, and well, we know him for very long time, and he's been in this industrial for past 15 years, and he's been doing a lot of trainings to corporate companies and entrepreneurs, business owners, and also every each individual on the industrial, multi-industrial on disk profiling. So everybody is about to know what is this profiling. What is this all about? It's going to be very exciting information given by our first speaker, which is who is Ganesh Kumar Masterji. So he's also been doing a lot of trainings for corporate companies, students since 2015. So we are also like been doing all this. Why? What is very important will be done by our second speaker. That introduction I will give you later. First, we would like to invite the Master G to give the first introduction on this profiling. Thank you, Master G. Welcome for on board, and here I bring you in for our first fifth webinar. So we have about 15 of them in our session here. So yes, come in, Master G. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Master Mohana, for the initiative and also the opportunity for today's evening. All right, and also thank you so much for the DOMS management team as well, Nancy, RG Rana, and the others, and then my lovable and also respected participants today. Okay, right. Thank you for engaging and uh, not much to talk about myself. Master Morgana has already identified who am I and all those things. And from that, I think we straight away into the point as the time is running, yeah, running out of the supposed to be. Okay, first of all, thank you once again, everybody, and a very good evening to everyone, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so today we are going to get informations about what is the disk profiling. Okay, probably everyone would have known what is disk profiling, but then not really into the details of what is this DISC is providing to us or to the employer or to the employees. All right, all the while, yeah. Okay, first of all, a disk profile is actually a non-judgmental situations, or I would say a non-judgmental scenario. Okay, you have to understand these contents first. Yeah, all right. It actually asks a series of questions. Yeah, is each demonstrating an outcome that visually shows where the individual's overall personalities lies from a work perspective. Okay, for this profiling is actually will be relevant for the employers. Okay, so to know their personalities, to know better about their performance effectively. So this profiling can give you as such minute results. All right, fine. So it focuses on the four major areas, right? So DISC is actually mean for, the D is for dominance, I for influence, S for steadiness, and also the compliance is actually for C, right? And the DISC outlines the behavioral traits of the individuals and categorizes their behavior accordingly. So that's what I mentioned earlier. So it's actually related to the employers. Yeah. All right. The behavior they're supposed to show, and the behavior supposed to be suited to these other subordinates in an organizations called this profiling. Okay. Following the assessment, a comprehensive report identifies the personality of the individuals. Okay, so there'll be a report that will be generated, okay, through a lot of questions and assessments and other stuffs, right? So this is actually the process of DISC, or we call it as a DISC profiling method. Yeah. All right, so after that, once the result, once the what do you call personality test been identified, then the particular individuals will be consulted or will be given a consultations according to their personality traits, and to be placed in the various of departments, or to give such a task. Okay, so that is the overall idea of what you call conducting, or to take up this DISC, or we call it as DISC profilings in an working place. Okay, basically this profiling highlights the individual's attributes, what types of their behavior they can contribute and they can attribute towards the job or towards their task given to them, which can help them to improve their performance through guidance and support, you see. So it's also will be easy to generating informations and recommendations in a common language which every individuals can understand and integrate into their working life or working environment or scenario, would say. Okay, so far this is the very brief explanations of what you call this profiling. Yeah. All right, so I think we move on to the actual informations that I would like to share for today's evening. So basically for today we are going to focus literally about the strengths and also the limitations of the four disc styles. Okay, so yeah, without a further ado, I probably, okay, just go into the D style. Okay, okay, if you can see as per uh, the PowerPoint slides are already shared by Master Mohana in the whiteboard. So what is a D style? Okay, we are going to look into the D styles. Yeah, D is, as what I told you just a moment, is actually a dominant style of the this behavior model in results focus. So that is the very sharp and steady, straightforward introductions of D style. Those with the D style work quickly and efficiently, I would say, by themselves. Shaping an environment to meet their needs is their priorities. Okay, they have a very direct approaches, a very assertive, a goal to focus by. We say that they are very focused in their goal settings, and they are very competitive as well. Okay, this style often display highly focused management and operational tendencies, matching their desire for control and authorities. So this is the definitions for the D style, um, this behavioral, or I would say these D style personalities. All right. Okay. Looking into the strengths. Yeah. Okay. What strengths do they have? Okay, people in these D styles are commonly they perceived as being direct, decisive, risk takers, and self-starters. So these are the abbreviations, or I would say the introduction, a very clear introductions can be given for the D style uh, individuals. Okay, so they are very direct. As a result, they are the type who generally prefer leading the group rather than following someone else's instructions. They would like to lead. Yeah, for an example, if you see in that particular pictures, we will link the D style people as an eagle character. Okay, eagle character. And if you see the leaders or the people, the well-known people by the sides of these slides, one of them is actually a Donald Trump, our past America president. Okay, from the things that, or from the information that I'm preserving now, I'm presenting now, I think most of you would be known right now that is more or rather is actually related to that past president Donald Trump. Yeah, isn't it? So you can. So that's why we have some well-known leaders pictures overall. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about them initially, but just to give some ideas. All right. Okay. So overall, those with this style are confident. They are very independent. They are very competitive. Definitely. Okay, they use their preferences for measurable results to influence their decisions, assessing how best they can benefit from the task at hand. Whatever things, task, whatever job they holds, they will definitely wanted to do it perfectly. So more towards, I would say that they are perfectionist. Okay, all right. So these are the strengths. Okay, strengths for the D styles may include the followings. Yeah, I'm just giving the summary of the D styles. Yeah, they are very strong driven. Yeah, they are very strong driven, independent and determined. They are very competitive and they are they have a very high goal settings, or I would say focused. They are really 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 focused in complying their task. Okay, so that is the what you call the strengths part of the D style. Yeah, and now we are moving into the limitations of the D style. What is limitations? Of course, if you see, there is always a two dimensions in anything. There will be a higher, there will be a lower. All right. So the strengths, if we talk about the strengths of a person, then definitely there'll be a weakness of a person as well, isn't it? So now we don't use the word weakness, but we use limitations. Why? Because I don't really like to use such a negative words, and I practice this. So that's why I set limitations of this type, what they cannot do. All right. So the okay, what are they? They can also display certain limitations, like more often than not, these limitations are direct results of their competitive and controlling natures. You see, competitive and controlling natures. So due to their direct focus on the end goal, the end result, they are really focusing on the end result. They want something, they wanted to finish up this project, they wants to make sure that they touch the deadlines. Definitely they are not, we just cannot be like playing with them. They can be very I would say excessive. Yeah, very strong in complying or in finishing their task accordingly, right, by the time frame. Okay, so showing a low tolerance for co-workers is one of their limitations. They don't give a, I would say, sorry to say that they don't give a damn to their subordinates or their team. If anything that they say, I want it, definitely there is no any other excuses being taken. Okay, so that's the feelings. All right. So which can lead to the conflict. Okay, can lead to a conflict situation. So this is what you say, the limitations of a D style personality. And some of the summary that I would give here is they can't be controlled, or they can't be controlled or cannot be dominating by anyone else rather than themselves. Okay, one thing, low tolerance for others feelings and opinions. They don't care about your feelings, they don't really care about your opinions. Yes, because why? They have already said things has already delivered. That's it. Finish. There is no more second opinion required. Okay, that is the last one. I would say the very important point. Can you say they are actually preserved as quick to anger. They will get angry soon, or let's say anything that is not in a line with their job task or whatever, they will get anger. And what will happen? They will fire. Yeah, they will started to think widely, and they will started to do a lot of unnecessary things, so that the particular subordinates or the particular team will anyhow make sure that they finishes their duties. All right, so that's the domi the limitations of the D style. Okay, right now we are moving into the I D. I think everyone here definitely would have uh, get some clear picture of D style personality, basically, right? Okay, so now we are moving into the I style. Yeah, I style, they are more towards like enjoying experience. They would like to be happy. Yeah, they are very enthusiastic. Yeah, taking actions and encouraging collaborations among their colleagues. They likes to be mingle with the others. That is the I star. I is actually for influence. Okay, naturally people high in the I quadrant are often enthusiastic. They're very optimistic and full of energy. You see, they're full of energy because why? Why they are enthusiastic? Because they like to mingle with everyone. Okay, all right. They verbalize ideas and a concern to others in hope of gaining the support and appreciate an opportunity to talk out. Okay, their ideas as well as actually come out for decisions or the conclusion. They want people to hear. They like people to listen to their ideas. Even they are open-minded to receive some feedbacks from others as well, right? So I would say that's the definitions for I. They are happy. Okay. So what is the strength? Okay. What they have actually. If you are I style, okay, they tend to use their enthusiasm and a friendly attitude to persuade those around them. Okay. They easily make friends. Yeah. They like to be with friends. They like to make friends actually. Okay. They achieve positive results through building alliances and involving what? The whole team in their activities. You see, this is what I told you. Definitely, they are going to involve. They like to involve people in their interactions, in their decision makings, because they are not a dominant type. They are happy-go-luckies. They want people to surround them. They want people to always like praise them, so they will come out with the good ideas. They will show to the team that they have some ideas. And how about the comparative, they like to do comparisons in a good manners. Okay, they have the talents for stimulating those around them. They like to stimulate people. They give confidence. Yes, all right. So creating a relaxed environment for a group to engage and use their high energy levels to motivate the team. All right, so these are the things that they will do always. Okay, so they are very enthusiastic. Okay, persuasive attitude. They always like to persuade people. They don't like to just let the other subordinates to just working on their times. They will always keep an eye to them, so that they work closely to achieve their particular goals. Okay, they are very friendly. They are also very encouraging. Okay, and the best part of this I personality style or the quadrant is about their idea formulations. They will give a lot of good ideas. Yeah, they'll come out with good ideas. They'll come out with fantastic ideas, so that people will love it. Will give them a very supportive feedbacks. So they love to be always to be, I would say, that tempered. Yeah, because they like to be with people, surrounded by people. They like to talk. They like to share ideas and all about this. even though I personalities, they have good, you know, uh, strength, but what are their limitations? What stops them from moving forward? Okay, this is their lower part of the I personality or I style, I would say. Okay, those with an influence styles, they're not getting into too involved. Okay, they show emotional attachment in a situation. They like to be very emotional. Why emotional? They like to show whether they are sad, whether they are bored, whether they are, they feel, the feelings, emotional feelings will be directly, or we can see from their reactions or the changes of their attitudes towards the subordinates. All right, so that will definitely will happen to these I style people. There has to be, taken note of this. And being heavily reliant on their social connections is the in the workplace is they are like, very happy to do that. Okay, this style will also lose interest if, they set individual tasks that require low groups involvement. Because why? Just now I mentioned they like to be in a group. So what will happens to them if, the project needs to be done individually, or the project needs to be done with only a few subordinates? Yeah, they'll feel bored because they are not these types. They are not belongs to lonely or a small group type. Yeah, they are belongs to happy-go-lucky. They are belongs to a bigger groups. Okay, fine. All right. So the limitations, so the points that, you can identify or you can relate to I style is actually they are more emotional. They can show off their emotional. Okay, lack of follow through. They don't like to, follow through, like, on any task or whatever. They actually preserve impatience. They preserve impatience, can make generalizations without supporting information. Yes, they come into a quick conclusions, this or whatever. So the quick, what you call, conclusions is their limitations. So we have to know where to place these types of people or these styles of personality in an organization. All right. So I think, so far clear. I think, can anyone respond to me? Is so far clear? Is everything going on the flow? Can someone, like, from the audience? Yeah. Is everything okay? Is everything okay? Okay. Moving on. That's very good. So now we are moving into the S style. Yeah. What is S style? Definitely, we are very eager to know what is next. Yeah. The S style basically have a great ability to bring stability to any situation. Okay. Style. S is actually stands for style. They have a good ability to bring stability to any situations. They are very good in that. Okay, they are able to provide reassurance to conversations, often bringing a calm and collected atmosphere to the surrounding. Okay, all right. So these are the S type personality. They demonstrate a love for routine and preserves. All right, greatly enjoying a day-to-day normalities of their job, day to day. Like, every day. If let's say you are an accountant, you will definitely love such job. Doing the same thing, calculations, debit or auditing, all those things. And if you are a teacher, doing the same thing. You're going to the class, you'll be teaching. Okay, you're going to this, let's say you are a secondary school teacher. You will be going to varieties of classes every day. You're doing the same thing. It's actually the day-to-day normalities job. Yeah, you're doing the same thing. All right. And they are hardest to follow through with their initial plannings, showing they are dependable, loyal, and they are actually a methodical nature in every task. A great team player as well. Okay, they are a people who is a very good team player. Okay, fine. So the literally I just give some points of people under this S cordon or a style. Okay, they are methodological. They are very good in methodological approaches. Yeah, they're routine. They love to do routine works every day. A good team player. They are also a friendly and supportive by nature. They're very supportive. Okay, you can easily ask them for any help or assistance. They will definitely say no to that. Okay, that's the personality. Okay, yes, again, what are the limitations that as style they have? Okay, even though they like they appear to be very confident in their methodological approaches and all those things, they can often have difficulties when speaking up or dealing with signs of conflicts. Okay, they also do not like to say no and are likely to overcome rather than decline or I would say like or risk any form of confrontation. Let's say if you confronted them, so they will take it. They won't show any facial reactions or physically they don't show anything. They will receive everything, but at the end of the day, back of it, the end results, they felt very bad. Okay. So these are the S type of people, and the limitations I would say they rarely voice out emotions or criticisms. They don't like to show in front or face to face. Okay, uh, they'll be like just normal. They will just act like normal. Okay, they tend to avoid any conflict situations. They don't like to create any problems. Okay, they don't want to have any problems with anybody, so they tend to avoid of conflicts. Okay, so tend to avoid changes as well. That is one more thing I would like to highlight here, because why they tend to avoid changes means things that are already fixed, they are very good with it. They don't want to have any hassles by changing it over. All right, they don't want to flip it already. All right, so now, we have done with S, and now the fourth cordon, or we call it as the C style. What are they? What type of peoples, individuals? The C type is actually the most analytical and reserves compared to the other styles. See, highlight here. The highlighted factor here is that they are most analytical and reserved compared to other styles. Analytical, right? Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So straight to the point. There is not much what you call introductions can be given for the C style, as we jump into the strengths straight away. So they will always prioritize understandings, the details and the facts of task and use their skills and knowledge to deliver high quality output. This is style C. Yeah, they see C means, what is C actually? Can anyone give me? Com- Yes, I can see from the chat box is compliance. Yeah? Yes, compliance. So C style means they are compliance. Okay, those with the C style are naturally risk averse. Okay, they are risk averse. Yeah, they are driven by fact and logics, of course, definitely. So they will be fully understanding before acting to ensure that they get very best outcome every situation. Accuracy and getting things right is the key driver for the styles actually. They like to be perfectionist, I would say. Again, but these types of people mostly will be in accounts, perfect, okay. Engineers, they to intend to do very details, okay. So their strength is the points that you could use to identify the C style is actually the eye for very details. They are very details that you cannot escape from any mistakes, especially when come to auditors, when come I'm talking about accountant. Yeah, so they are very detailed personalities, okay. They like to solve problems, okay. They like to solve problem. One of the another point here I would like to share here. And they are very much into accuracy and quality. They don't like any hanky panky, whatever things that you can be as what you want. Like, they don't like, they don't tolerate such persons or such individuals. They will be, uh, they will put a distance in between them, okay. They'll be very analytical and logical thinkers, okay. So these are the keywords or the points that you can relate or you can identify a C type personality, which is the uh, compliance. Yeah. Okay, so definitely the lower C, or the lower C, the limitations of C, uh, is actually what they have, what they can't do, is actually overly critical. They are overly critical, I would say. The point, just straight to the point. Why? Because more focus on accuracy than deadlines. They don't mind if you exceed the deadline, but they want the particular task or particular job to be accurately done as per given. That's the compliance or the C style personality, okay. So may isolate themselves from the group. They may, this is a part, yeah, because they don't like much of hassles. They don't like to mingle. They are not a happy-go-lucky personalities, I would say. Why? Not to say they are not in good, but they are very focused, okay. If anybody really focus into certain things, they intend to be like, they tend to be uh, isolated. They like to be isolated, as they like to be individual, okay. If necessary, they will talk to someone. If necessary, they will ask from someone, okay. These are the personals of DISC. So now we have already finished up to DISC. Okay, so I think so far everything is clear. And the
Yes, Master G, thank you so much. It was a superb explanation on DISC, whereby
okay, thank
now I think our participants would have understand what is exactly D, what is exactly I, what is exactly S, and what is exactly C, and they could able
yeah,
to relate what personality trait they are in. Of course, all these we are living in this community whereby we have to understand the D and the I and the C and the S, right? So
yes,
thank you
exactly.
so much, Master G. Thank you so much,
Thank
and
you, thank you, thank you once again, Master Mohana, for the great opportunity, and all the viewers. Definitely, I think you have what do you call enjoyed the session, and
yes,
yeah, thank you. I
definitely,
pass back to
yeah.
Master Mohana.
Yeah. No, actually, Master G, actually, I think those who are listening, they might have lots of questions. The thing is, they would have
Definitely.
fear to ask questions. So we have a second
Okay.
speaker here. We do not want to delay the time here because we are already reaching about 8:45, and I'm not so C type, but we still need to be C type because we
Yeah,
in this topic, and we
is for the
don't
timing.
know. Yeah,
Is the yeah.
so we will welcome our second speaker. She's our DMIT counselor, so called we. She's been doing a lot of counseling and coaching and mentoring to people out there, and she's all the way from Kulin. As I forget to inform also, Masterji is from CAD, and we are from north to south and center. So as we can always say, thanks to the online session whereby we can meet up in this very good platform and get so many information. So what is so important of DISC in the job, in the business, if for entrepreneurship, for every individuals out there, because we are living in that. So I'm sure, pretty sure, Madam Nancy Christina will explain about that in a very short explanation. Of course, in future we might have lots of this kind of sub webinar, because it's just our fifth webinar on DISC, and we're going to have another session towards the end of the month or the beginning of next month. So I would like to welcome Nancy Christina here.
Thank you, Master Mohana Sundari. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Master G, for the wonderful explanation just now. Can you hear?
Yes, yes, can hear.
Okay. Hi, good evening to everyone. Good to see you all through online Google Meet. My name is Nancy Christina Mariappan from Kulim Kedah. First, I want to say thank you to all of you here. Give your time with us. I can see all the name here. Kasturi, Miss Kasturi, Mr. Tiagarajan, Tilochana, Wei Weilo. Okay. Thank you for your time. Hi, all of you. Okay, I'm sure everyone to know about their personal traits. Yes, you also can reply me through chat box. Put yes. We love to two-way communication is better, right? Okay. Okay, next we start the conversation. Okay, Dr. William M. Masters was a psychology and anthropologist who, after studying thousands of human behavior and their personalities, developed the concept of this profiling. For divided the human personality into four categories, which is just now Master G explained: D for dominant, I for influential, S for steady, and C for compliant. Am I faster? Can get me?
Super.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Because we not much have a time, so okay. Okay. So this profile has been is used for many years for multiple purpose, like identify suitable candidate for sales, marketing, management, engineering, sports, human resources, and every possible dominant requiring suitable manpower. And one more thing about this profile is one person can have two personalities. Example, certain people got two personalities, like primary is dominant, the dominant, and the secondary is the steady. This one personal got a two personality. Same of them have a one personalities for one person, like primary and secondary is the same, like a D for dominant only. Otherwise, or steady or anything is a one personal only, or one personalities only. Okay. In my counseling experience, counseling help people to understanding their differences so they can work more effectively together. This means this profiling is a useful tool to help you improve them, improve to team working, and also help management to recruitment and retention, customer service, and also resolve interpersonal issues. They can improve working productivity, teamwork, leadership, and communication. And this profiling have four communication style, which is number one for dominant communication style is director, which is want small talk only and get down to business like a eagle. Number two, for influencers, communication style is relator, which means like warm and inviting people who focus on their feelings, like peacock. Number three, for studies, communication style is socializer, which is takes time to build a relationship and socialize with others like Dove. Number four is for compliance, communication style. Is a thinker, which means goes slow and wants time and space to think things through like a owl. Can get me? Can understand? You
Yes,
also,
yes.
you also can.
You
Okay, thank you. Finally, important of this profiling is knowing your communication style, and managing other communication style also can reduce conflicts, increase productivity, and improve teamwork in the workplace. Hopeful all understand my explanation, and then Master G explanation. If got any question, can ask here. We have three of us to answer, and thank you very much. Now I
all
call
right.
Mohan.
Thank you so much, Nancy Christina, and she explained why it's important the counseling session. Counseling is not a very bad term to use. Actually, counseling means how to read a profiling of a of each personal, which that is what we are doing as a team management. I'm Master Mona here. Of course, some of you know me very well. Some of you have seen me in Facebook. Some of you have come through the link that we have you have registered. And yes, as what Master G and Nancy Christina was mentioning about, it's all on this is more to your personal trait. That's what Master G was telling, the strength and the limitation. And what was Nancy was emphasizing, it is a research, scientific research, which is done by Dr. William. So all this is a research done and it's been used by way many years ago. So what is happening in Malaysia now? What is happening in the community right now? What is happening in our our generation now? This has been lacking. So we are here as a team, as from the team from DOMS Consultancies, Remberhard, we are encouraging a lot of participants, a lot of CEOs, lots of adults, lots of entrepreneurs, lots of politicians to understand their own personal traits so that they can have a better good interpersonal skills, communication styles, and also be an active listener so they can have a very good harmony and good productive in their own management. So why this very important? That is the reason why we are giving the awareness to the community out there, our own community, and as a Malaysian, we should understand this in a better range. So I would like to thanks a lot again to Master G and Nancy Christina for joining us. And I really honored them because I gave them an invitation and they could able to come and explain on this. Furthermore, to all our participants who have came in today to understand about this profiling, we will have lots of session again and then again and then again and then again. We will do it in Tamil. We will do it in Bahasa as well, because I really understand that we need to know this. As those days we were living in a community where we don't understand each other, and we had lots of conflict in the management, in our behavior, in even husband wife, spouse. We have a lot of communication misunderstanding. Why? Because we don't understand who are we, who am I, and I am. So you need to know I am. Okay, I am Mohana, but who is Mohana? Which this is she is? As Nancy Christina was saying, she's talking to many profiling to lots of companies, lots of students, in a lot of in her township in Kulim, and also she has done a lot in KL. Well, what is happening is we must understand the factor of DISC, where each of us has two types of personality. It can happen. We can have primary and secondary. We can have a lot of uh, understanding. Oh, we are behaving this kind in this environment. We are behaving this kind in another environment. So when we understand what personality trait are we in, it's going to be it's going to enhance lots of our potential, and plus we're going to have lots of productivity in our own companies, a lot of production in our own business. We're going to have lots of harmony things in our own communication style. So I do not take a lot of time of yours. Thank you for those who have attended, and those who have understand about this profiling. If you have any questions, you can ask us through the chat box, as we've been talking a lot already. So,
Master Mohana, last
yeah.
actually a friendly reminder. I would like to say
Mm,
just a few
mm,
words only. Okay,
mm.
please remember, yeah, all of you, please remember that life isn't all about work. Okay, if you can understand yourself, please develop your personality and please improve your empathy and social skills. It will be transformational in your home life as well. That's a very much true. Yeah. So. I would like to just say this. Generally, you are born with your IQ through your genetics. The EQ can be developed through your beautiful life. That's my just a remembrance. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Master G. Yes, as he has been doing a lot of trainings and he understands the impact of each individuality and genetic. So, how we do this profiling, that is the next thing that I would like to explain. Of course, we are going to do a little fingerprint scanning of your 10 fingers, and from there, we will generate a report on your disc profiling. So for today, we are having a promotion, and of course, you can give us a call later and also ask about what is the promotion. So to be excited, we have the promotion, and it's for today. It's only RM399 on the disc profiling, and if they are coming in a package, of course, we will give them a little discount on it. So this is what DOMS consultancy has been doing, and this is what we are giving an awareness to the community out there. And I really would like to thank Miss Master G and also Ms. Nancy Christina for their valuable time to give their vulnerable and informatic information on this profiling. And I'm sure we will do more of this in future, and we will keep doing and keep giving awareness to everyone out there. Thank you so much for all the participants. We have taken the last snapshot of your photos, and if you have any questions, you can display the questions in our chat box. Anybody has any questions? We have Wei Wei here, Su Wei here, and Kasturi. We have Tilochana, Anita. Anita, do you have any questions to make a little bit interactive here? Any questions?
No.
No. Okay. Thank you so much. So that means it shows that we are very pretty, very crystal clear, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank you.
much,
Thank you.
Richard. Yeah. We shall sit and meet again. Thanks for joining us, and